What's up guys, Riley here, back at it again with another video. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about, I think I've finally found out what I want to do with my car, but I'm still kind of on the fence about a couple things. So I'm going to be kind of asking you guys what y'all think about some of the stuff I've come up with. And then also I'm going to be telling you guys, what do I do to afford my Scat Pack? So we'll do this style of video for a little while, and then a little bit later we'll go park the car and I'll show you all the exterior and kind of go over some of the ideas that I have. Alright, so the most common question that I get here on YouTube is the good old question of what do I do for a living, or what do I do to afford the car and stuff like that. So today I'll finally address that, even though I've said it probably, I don't know, 45 times in different comments to people, but apparently people don't read comments, they just post comments. So, now this isn't going to just be me talking about myself. This is also going to be a good reference for those of you who are in high school and college. You want to make a little bit of money. These are some of the things that I have done over the past few years that have helped me out. And this is what I do to afford my toys. So currently I have two primary sources for income. Number one, obviously YouTube. Without you guys, I probably would not have this car unless I was, investing a lot of time into doing something else or having like a full-time job or something. But I am a full-time college student, so really a full-time job is just really hard to do. Now for those of you who are in college and managing a full-time job, props to you, that's impressive. But YouTube really is a full-time job, quite honestly. I mean, I spend a lot of time making YouTube videos, responding to comments. I mean, I like to think I respond to almost every comment I get, and interacting with you guys on Instagram, emails, you name it. Like, I'm constantly doing something RP Productions related. The other main source of income that I have is I work with one of my really good buddies who I went to high school with, and straight out of high school he basically went and opened up his own landscaping and lawn care business. So pretty much I work with him. We do all kinds of different landscaping. We mow lawns, you name it, we do it if it has to deal with yards. I mean, mulching rocks and trees and plants and flowers. I mean, I do that whole 9 yards. Oh, there's a dog in the road. I might hit that dog. I should probably avoid that dog. Oh, hi dog. All right. So yeah, I work with him and we work, pretty long hours. Most of my, oops, keys are falling. Most of my weekends are spent doing that. So, I'll wake up about 8 o'clock and then I won't get off work until about 8 o'clock. So that's where my weekends usually are spent. That's why, I really don't post too many videos on the weekends, is because I'm usually working my ass off. Like Friday, Saturday, Sundays for sure. And then, like I said, I'm in college right now, so during the weekdays it's kind of hard to do both of those things. But once summer gets started, then I will be pretty much doing that, I guess, full time. So that'll be, a nice little chunk of change for myself. So, but this summer is basically going to consist of, doing a lot of yard stuff and then doing a lot of YouTube videos. So yeah, most of my weekends are spent doing yard work of some sort, whether it's landscaping or just straight up mowing lawns. That type of work actually pays pretty decent money because it's manual labor and people don't like to pay people, or people don't want to do manual labor. They will pay a lot of money so they don't have to do that. So that's a really, good way to make some money if you're in high school or college. Walk down your street, knock on some doors, and be like, hey, do you need your yard mulched or something? I mean, depending on the size of yard, there you go. I mean, there's anywhere, obviously it depends on the size of yard, but there's anywhere between, 200 to 500 bucks just from a day's work. And so, it's not necessarily, if you're just doing it on your own, it's not necessarily a very steady source of income, but once you have, a business kind of behind you, then there you go. You have a business, you go out and do that, it's pretty decent money. Yes, it is hard work, and you definitely will earn your money, but people will pay a decent amount of money so they don't have to get out of their house and go out and get all hot and sweaty. As I'm sitting here saying this, no, by all means, I'm not going to be doing yard work for the rest of my life. Well, at least I hope not. Like I said, I'm a full-time college student. I'm going to school for business, so once I get out of college, then I'll probably be doing something business related, something along those lines. But in the meantime, this is just what I do for my sources of income. Now, throughout high school, I did all kinds of different jobs, but kind of stuck with the same theme of yard work. I worked for a guy who essentially owned a bunch of land, and I was kind of, I guess, his ranch hand almost. So I did all kinds of outdoor things, whether it was like chopping down brush or trees or just pretty much anything outdoor related I did. Now I did that since I guess I was like 15 when I started working and doing that, and I worked there until I was probably 17, 18, I don't know when it really stopped, but I did that for a long time, and you know, that kind of goes hand in hand with people will pay a decent amount of money to have you know, somebody else do their dirty work for them. So I did that, and I also worked at a gym, and now obviously, as you can tell, I didn't really work out at that gym, but I was kind of like a receptionist, and that was something I could do in the evening, so I was able to do my homework at the same time, you know, getting paid. Now, another thing I did a lot through high school, and I continue to do to this day, is I detailed cars, and I have detailed cars for a while. Now, if you know a thing or two about cleaning cars, that's a really good, I wouldn't say field to get into, but you know what I mean. It's a good thing to get into, and you know, it pays pretty well. Once again, you're outside doing people's dirty work. People will pay a lot of money if you know what you're doing and you can, you know, produce good results. And then that's one of those things. This kind of goes with the lawn care stuff too. It's a lot of word of mouth. You know, you do a good job for somebody, and I don't remember this like pure statistics on this, but there's some common knowledge thing in business where it's, you know, you do a good job or do a good deed for somebody, they will tell, I don't remember the number, but like they will tell, let's say 10 other people, you know, that, hey, you should use this person's product or service because he did a very good job for me. You know, word of mouth is a great thing. Word of mouth is also probably how I've got to this point on YouTube. You know, people tell their friends or whatever, hey, have you seen this video on how to do this particular thing that I've posted? And then, you know, people come out of nowhere and they watch my videos and they're like, hey, my buddy said, come watch this and you have good videos. Thanks for doing this. And I'm like, cool, you're welcome. So yeah, to sum it up in a nutshell, I do a lot of manual labor type stuff, and I also do YouTube. So not only do you have to do a bunch of work to make money, you also have to budget yourself. For me, what I did was I found the things I spend the most money on, which was A, car stuff, and B, food. Food is a giant expense. I think people often underestimate how much money they actually spend on food. For me, it was a lot. So cutting down on food expenses is a great way to save money. Now, when I say cut down on food, I don't mean starve yourself. I mean just find cheaper alternatives and find good stuff that's, you know, high in protein and calories that doesn't cost a lot. So, you know, you can kind of find what fits your needs best, but that's a good way to save some money. Thing number two, kind of related to that subject, is not just spending excessive amounts of money on having, you know, the latest style or trends or whatever. Other than car stuff, I really don't spend that much money on, you know, clothes or shoes or different accessories or stuff that I really don't need unless it's car related. Then sure, I'll blow a bunch of money on stuff I don't need. I mean, why not, right? But you know, this is one thing that I've learned, and setting a goal really helps. You know, I set a goal, I was like, I want a Scat Pack, and look at me now, I'm driving in my Scat Pack. So, you know, setting goals really helps, staying focused on budgeting yourself. Be like, can I go out tonight? Well, if I go out tonight, I'll be spending $55, and I could save that $55, and you know, you just got to learn to balance everything and kind of control your spending. And once you find out how to do that, then, you know, just keep it up, and then sure enough, you can end up with whatever goal that you set out to get. So I wish I could come out and say, you know, I built rockets or something, but it's not the case. You know, I'm just like you guys. I was just able to, you know, somehow manage my way to, you know, afford this. And when I say afford this, no, I'm not meaning I went and just paid cash for this car. I'm gonna make this a totally separate video of why I did, you know, would not just save up all the money and pay cash for this car, and why actually, you know, financing your car is actually something very good to do, especially if you want to establish good credit. For some reason, people like to give other people shit if they don't, you know, purely own the car outright, if, you know, they're still making payments on it or something. But that's honestly just stupid, because, you know, if you want to go save up $50,000 and buy a brand new car, then, you know, by all means, go for it. But it's actually a very smart thing to do if you want to keep some of that money in the bank while at the same time establishing credit. You know, with good credit, you can pretty much do anything you want if you have good credit. So having good credit is essential. So not only did I do this to buy a Scat Pack and have that, but I'm also doing this to establish really good credit. And, you know, like I said, having good credit is something that, you know, it's kind of a necessity throughout life. All right, so enough with all this serious talk. Let's go ahead, hop out of the car, and I will talk to you guys about what I'm thinking I want to do with my car. All right, well, since Mother Nature hates me, I'm gonna try to do my best to block the wind here, and I'll make this quick, but here's what I'm thinking. Alright, so I made a video recently talking about pretty much some of these things, and I asked you guys, you know, what did y'all think about doing stripes or, you know, different wheels and different types of wraps and stuff. And I got an overwhelming amount of you that said, do not put stripes on that car. So, stripes are out of the question. No stripes for me. What I am thinking, though, is for sure I want to do a roof wrap. And I'm kind of going back and forth on this one of if I want to do satin black or gloss black. Now let me explain why I would do satin black. Satin black because number one, the spoiler that comes on my Scat Pack is already satin black. And then if we come up here to the front, there's a bunch of different accents like right under the headlight, that big ass little chin thing, and just a lot of satin accents that are already on the car. So that would kind of blend nicely, and I would also do powder coat the wheels satin black. And I'm also thinking I want to do a satin black little, it goes like that, and I'll show a picture right now, that satin black wrap as well. Now I've also seen a wrap that it's basically the opposite of this. It's basically, you know, it's a wrap that goes this way. So I'll show a picture of that one now. So either of those wraps on the hood are possible. I don't really want to do a full hood wrap because here's what it looks like. There's a picture, and to me it just feels like it's too blank, and I think it just needs a little bit of black but not the full thing. So I could either do all of that in satin black, or I could do it in gloss black with gloss black powder coated wheels, a gloss black roof wrap, and then I'd have to pay extra and get this to gloss black as well. And just by looking at this, this looks like it'd be a complete pain in the ass to wrap. Could be wrong on that. I'm not very familiar with wrapping of, you know, objects like that, but if I had to guess, it probably wouldn't be too simple. So either satin or gloss black is what I'm thinking, and then I also think I might do the mirrors, either that satin or gloss black. But what do you guys think? Should I do satin or gloss black on this car? Now, the only bad thing about having a purple Charger is that since there's not many of them out there, it's impossible to find pictures of people that have done this stuff to their car. Pretty much the closest thing I can find is basically Hellcats with gloss black wheels, and it's like, okay, that looks good, but that doesn't tell me all that I need to know. So if any of you guys out there are really good with Photoshop, my email is going to be down in the description, and if you would like, you know, send me an email and tell me that you are good at Photoshop, and I will send you some pictures. And if you want to help me out, then you could Photoshop the two different blacks for me, and we can see, you know, we can help each other out on this. You know, you guys give me your opinions as well. But, you know, you can let me know, hey, I think the satin black looks good, or don't do the mirrors, but, you know, do this instead, or whatever the case is. But really the possibilities that I could do with this car are kind of endless. You know, it's pretty much a blank canvas at the moment. But the wheels, you know, as much as I like having these off color, I think I want to make them black just so it matches. You know, right now, like, I feel like they're cool, but they don't match anything, and I'd like for them to be some type of black to match some other accents. Some other things that I will be doing to the car, I'll just go ahead and name them off. I'd like to plasti dip this Dodge back here. Oh my god, I know y'all are probably freaking out on me saying, oh my god, you're gonna plasti dip your Scat Pack? Kill me. But yeah, I'd like to make that either black or red, not sure yet. But really the rear of the car is pretty damn good from the factory. But also I'm still going to black out these side markers. I'm talking to a guy right now who hopefully should be making me up some vinyl like pre-cut patterns that should be able to just smack onto these 2015 plus Chargers. So waiting to hear back from him on that to see how that design process is going, but hopefully that works out. If not, I guess I could do it myself with my own cutting, but if they're already pre-cut and everybody could just smack those on their Chargers, that would be great. So I'm working with him to see what we can do there. And also, since you've made it this far in the video, I'm ordered the Diode Dynamics daytime running lights. So basically that little let's see, that little ring will be color changing. So I ordered that about let's see, I guess it was 3.5 weeks ago, and they said it would take 6 to 8 weeks to ship because apparently they're on back order or sold out or whatever the case is. But hopefully I'll be getting that within the next, I guess, 3-4 weeks. And then once I do get that, I'll have, you know, hopefully a nice little installation video on how to do that. But that should be very cool that I'll be able to change those colors, and should make for some pretty badass pictures. But other than that, you know, still have some other small things here and there that I want to do to the car. Also going to be swapping out my some of the stuff in the engine for purple accessories instead of red. But you know, the build's coming along quite nicely. I'm really happy with this car still. Let's see, how many miles do I have? I bet you guys are all gonna freak out and say, you drive way too much. Let's see. Oh yep, drive way too much. 2,741 miles. That is a lot of miles for having the car for, I guess, let's see, today's the, I guess it's been about a month and a week, or month and a week and a half, I don't know, but it hasn't been that long, and that's kind of a lot of miles, so I should probably stop putting miles on this car. Now, I'm sure some of you are sitting at your computers right now going, why the hell is he changing his car? It looks great the way it is. What a dumbass. Well, yes, I partially am a dumbass, but I'm also a car guy, and car guys are never satisfied with their cars, you know, quote unquote stock, and this is pretty much quote unquote stock. You know, I like to be different from the rest, hence why I bought a bright ass purple car, so I might as well continue that by making this my own. You know, there's not many, but there's several other Chargers that look identical to this one, and I want mine to be something different. All right guys, well hopefully the wind has not been too bad on this video, but it probably was. But I want to really thank every single one of you for sticking around and obviously getting to the point in this video. You guys that are still watching right now, and you guys are the freaking real MVPs, and I really appreciate all the support I've been getting recently, and appreciate all the feedback I've been getting as well. You know, when I ask you guys, hey, respond to this question, I get a lot of people who respond to that question that I post, so I really appreciate that, and I just wanted to take this time to say thank you. So I'll follow that one up by saying thank you for watching this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Sorry it's been a lack of videos recently. I've just been swamped with schoolwork, unfortunately. I've got finals coming up, which is going to be hell, but my last final will be on May 12th. So from May 12th forward, you know, all throughout those summer months, it's going to be a lot of videos. We're gonna have a lot of fun, but just kind of bear with me because this is coming to the close of the semester, which means it's pretty much just weeks from hell. But hopefully it'll all be over soon and we can get back to our regularly scheduled, you know, probably 3 times a week videos, but until finals are over, then who knows how it's going to come out. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one. Take it easy.